Welcome back. Yes, you're listening to Spot On with Vernon Darby, coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica, right here in the middle of the beautiful Caribbean. See what we say? We little, but we tallow. And coming up right now is Be My Guest. And of course, our guest is not now on the line. And by the way, the lines are open, so if you want to give me a call, you can give me a call. We're talking about our schools and what is happening over there and the struggles that some principals have in terms of getting some order to their schools. And of course, we'll be talking to Mr. Joseph Williams. We're trying to get him online. But we'd love to hear from you, because if you sit down and just complain and don't make sure your voice is heard nationally, then you're contributing to the problem. Some of you must get up and talk and say, no, this can't go on, so this must stop. We can't slug and say, oh, we're praying that we say, no, not going to stop, so you have to become active. So we want to hear from you. And the number to call is 876-968-8117. Let me give you that number again, 876-968-8117. And the overseas number is 877-494-0253. So we're trying to get Mr. Joseph Williams on the line. Any luck as yet? Still having a problem. So listeners, bear with us. But to give you a background to the situation, sometime last year, some girls were involved in kissing, right? 2 girls. And it was brought, this information I have from the school, it was brought to the attention of the administration by students, because students were upset that he's on the line now? Okay, so we have Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, good morning. Mr. Williams? We're not hearing him at all. I wonder if his mic is muted or what. Is he on now? Mr. Williams?
Hello.
Yes, good.
Yes. Morning.
How you do, my friend? I have to call you again, because you are in the media now more often than the Prime Minister. It's what you do, so. You either do some evil work or you do some good things. I mean, every day, all today in the paper, again, this is what's so exciting. I know this thing all started. I'm going to go into details. I just want to give my listeners a background, because what I want us to look at, and of course, if you want to mention other things, it's up to you. I don't want to restrict you at all, except nothing libelous and so on. But it started out by what some person would call simple kissing, that even persons were saying they can expel him from school for 2 girls that kiss. Some people find it funny, some don't. But the students, I gather, had made an issue of it. I understand that some of the students start to regard for these people, as they call them, a deportee. It's they come from other schools and they come mash up them school. Because I understand, sir, you need to tell me, because you must be a bad man. I heard that when you went to that school, it used to be controlled by gangs, well-known gangs, and students were involved. So what about bad, you bad, sir?
No. Morning. Thank you. You're not like the others who go and speak and don't involve me. Thank you for it. But
yeah, before you go further, that is something that I had to blast Jamaica for Justice and another. I say all Jamaica for Justice, and then I call them, and they have not come on the program. That's another thing with Jamaica, if you probably say anything. I don't know, I'm saying they must be vexed because I call them twice, they don't come. They're the first to jump out there, and they were really tearing you down. And I said, the thing said, based on press information. And I said, hold on, you know, say press sometimes tell lie. And then when I checked out, they didn't even call you to find out. I said, everybody writing right, if they nobody don't call you, I make sure call you. It's the second time you're on this program.
Yeah, yes. That's quite ethical to do. So when you hear about the talk about kissing, all that is just a smoke screen, because the fact is, the kissing of those girls, which you see they have put in the paper, I don't know where they get the video to bring the school's name into disrepute. That would have been from 26th of November 2023, last year.
Yes.
And then now, what we're we had a problem now was in 2024 when one of the girls put up what they did on her status.
Oh, hold on.
So the
Hold on. One
students
of the girls involved,
saw it.
right? One of the girls who was involved,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
But by
yeah,
the way, I
because
let you know, other schools have strict policies. I know at one school, student was suspended for just putting up a post about the school in terms of we want area to be fixed, and nobody complained about that. Well, I said no, but
no,
the school took action, But everybody did the same thing wrong with it, and now they say something, nothing
no,
is wrong at your school. Why?
remember, in Jamaica, it depends on which school because this school was a nobody's child, they used to, I tell you, when I came here 2004, some students said to me, say, sir, why everything bad about through school, they put it in the mirror? I said, what do you mean by that? I come from Clarendon, so I did not have this newspaper with that name.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell me, I said, oh, what? The first PTA meeting I went to down by the Methodist, they have a place down there we had to rent it to keep PTA meetings and so. And I told them that any media house that should put out inappropriate or slanderous things about the school and they cannot justify it, we are going to sue them and we get money to build our auditorium so we won't have to come rent down the Methodist Center. So I usually get calls from certain newspaper before they put out certain things.
Yes.
But it's only certain schools, the media houses, can put out because even
By the way, you don't
I
realize
noticed,
we have what is called an apartheid system in education. You have traditional high schools.
yes, yeah,
You have non-traditional high schools.
mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one.
By the way, I must tell you,
So
this one said, oh, but by the way, I don't need you to tell me. I'm checking out other things. Persons have been calling me. I gather that some of the students who probably supposed to go to another top-notch high school, everybody fighting to come to your school. What a thing. Let me read this. I said this article here, it says James High School, a long history of unorthodox management. Let me congratulate the Gleaner for at least publishing another side, because all I kept seeing was one side. Is with my one, Mr. Adrian Freighter, contributor, and it says to put it, said, I just read that part with this far, but very interesting article in today's paper. It says to put it, St. James High into context. When I went there as a young teacher in 1980, the school was a pariah among schools in Montego Bay. To be placed there was like a badge of dishonor. The school was seen as a nursery for gangs, so it was a school attended by top-flight enforcers of the Stone Crusher gang, such as Rohan Don Gordon, Cedric Doggy Murray, and Delano Bigger Crime Williams, I hear the name them, who all became St. James' most wanted before they died. Added to that list, its former Canterbury enforcers Omar King, Evil Lewis, and Hopeton Sandercon Brown, who both became America's most wanted. So your school made its name by graduating known gangmen and those who became the most wanted in America. So hold on, it's bad. You bad, so Mr. Williams, that you're going to go mash up all of that. That's a problem. Where are you going to mash up the people in school for?
well, I think what some other distractors wanted is to maintain school, but it's God who sent me here, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Freighter was on that board when I was selected. I think it's about 9 or 11 candidates. And he has outlined some of those who were there at the interview 2002.
Yeah.
We did the interview at Sanders Memorial. So it is like this. Some people never want the status quo to be changed, but I don't believe in that.
But the gangs, what if I was involved in a gang and you come there, come change that? But I fight against somebody why you come. You lick your head, man. I come fight with you. You lick your head.
No, but when I came here, I noticed you have people and staff, students. Many of them want to tell a change.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not me alone. It's not me alone who change it. All they needed is like the leadership.
Yes. And what I'm getting to understand now that you have I hear about your unorthodox policy, and it's not new, by the way. Let me tell you something. So don't think that you're bright and you first come up with it. It's about long time,
Mm-mm, I'm not
and it
right.
has it has been probably more popular now because we have put in all kind of processes, and it feels nice to say follow the protocol. But guess what? Anybody will tell you, and the whole of it, don't go like, no. You go court, right? And all the next 10, 15 years, you can't done yet. So what people have been doing is to take the law into their own hands, which is not correct. But I understand, and from my time then, when it was not necessary, that it's worse now, where principals can find my time, principal fire you, who you going to argue with? And expel you. No, what I understand principals have been doing, they don't expel you, they do it quietly. They go to another school and they make arrangements. So I
Yeah,
understand because other persons are now telling me that what you have done, you make arrangements with other schools to get them transferred because they are disruptive. Is your school a prison? Why your school must keep criminals in prison? Eh? And when me go up my pick
yeah.
near decent pick, they must come by your school for go make criminal turn them in a criminal? No, Mr. Williams.
No, but these are not criminals. Because some of them will get involved in gangs and so forth. It's because they are weaklings, yes, men. Because you have some people who get involved in gangs, which is like to depress people. They are in the
Yeah.
media and so forth, and
How
in
you talk,
politics.
hold on, Mr. Williams. How you talk so they say you don't know heart? That's what I see published in
Uh,
papers. They have no empathy at all. I hear you, I say put on the papers. Why don't go study journalism? Why don't you write something that makes sense? Listen, this station for what is true. And so long as I'm here, I'm going to stand by what is true. The business which
yeah,
political party to stand by, I really couldn't care less. I want to say we are a Christian
yeah, because
country. Really? Come on, you're
yes,
joking.
I'm a child of God, and as I've said before, I believe in God,
Yeah.
and I know what I stand for. Um, these students, all they need is their fatherlessness is so rampant.
Yeah.
Right now, you know that over the weekend we camp over 100 students. I had when they organize a former student from this school who is now a teacher, most outstanding I've ever seen in 38 years,
Yeah.
and I've worked at a number of schools. She organized a camp for these students, over 100 students. Saturday when she called me, she said, sir, we short of beds. I had to call another school. And immediately that the principal said, oh, Mr. Williams, any mattress amount number,
Mm.
she would loan to us because, those who were Sabbath keepers, they were going to come in and Saturday.
On Saturday, right,
They were
right.
camping and to revise for exams. And we have about 10 adults here, where at nights we employ 2 police officers to come in. We don't take no chance.
So
And
hold on. So
not
you have
one,
that at your
not
school
one.
too? You have that at your school? Then
Yes,
how
we
come
have
that how
started
come
that.
that don't make how come that don't make the headline? We go for the break. I thought that to be on the
No,
headline.
no, no, not gonna make the headline.
Let me go for the break and
And,
come back.
and incident free.
I'm gonna go for the
And
break
now,
and come back.
yeah,
We're sorry we have to go for the break. We're speaking to Mr. Joseph Williams, the principal of St. James High, who's been coming under heavy fire for using some unorthodox methods of getting discipline in the school. And we need the discipline, we need the order. Society now is becoming dysfunctional. Further and I'll be saying to you, so come back, don't move.
Stay awesome.
Welcome back. Yes, you're listening to Spot On. This is the program where we speak the truth. We believe in honesty, we believe in integrity, and we're quite concerned about the incorrect information. Somebody said, Vernon, this was if you have taken on a new role. No, man, I've been on that for a very long time. And by the way, when I do these things, though, I'm not perfect. Let me make out, no, I'm not perfect. But too many incorrect information is being bandied about and coming from traditional media. It's not only by social media, but it's also traditional media. This one, it hurts me because the school room is a very important place. And I must tell you, I've gotten information. Mr. Principal, my guest is Mr. Joseph Williams. You still online, Mr. Williams?
yes, sir.
Right.
I'm here.
I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
not to respond because I'm no lawyer, but at the same time, I have to protect you. I'm going to make some comments. I'm going to ask you do not respond. I've gotten information from a number of persons because I'm in touch with board members and other persons in Montego Bay. Um, Another principal contacted me, and so because there's probably at another school too, that's a Mona secondary or high school, and I get the impression that some persons who are close to political parties, and this does not necessarily mean that the hierarchy of the political party agree with what they're doing. But there are many persons who are smart. They get themselves attached to political parties. They then enjoy a certain amount of power. And then they use that power to do things which I regard as questionable. The information has been sent to the Prime Minister, the Minister of Education, who has promised to look into the matter. This microphone here is wide open, so the Prime Minister can come. It's long time. I don't talk to him. The Minister of Education can come because the stories that I'm hearing doesn't sound good. And some persons have said to me, Vernon, they're taking it to a kiss thing because they want a group of persons to jump on board, including the media and other places, to tear down a principal who's been one of. By the way, how you never tell me say you're last coast principal of the year, Mr. Williams? Why is that a secret?
2018, I was one of the 5 finalists.
You see that what the way you say?
And I got Prime Minister award too, all of that.
So why are you hiding all those things, sir? Eh?
No, it's not. You see, I'm some people right now. This is like a grudge thing. I know, by especially one of the main person who
don't call it the money name because I don't want to. Don't call.
No, I'm not calling any name, but they're saying that I'm getting too much praise. But I go to church. We praise God. I'm not here. I'm in a work for praise. I am here to serve. Praise is going to God.
That's the first crime you commit, but you praise God. I think that's a crime, And you're trying to run a good school. That's another crime. So you have it too. You have it, Mr. Principal. Yeah, you have it.
But I love people. I don't love money. I always say that. I don't like see suffering.
Yes.
I used to teach history at Clarendon College, and I did history in college too. And when I saw how, some group, some things, and then to see now in my society, the people in Jamaica are killing more people than what the slave masters used to murder when the time of slavery. It's really pathetic.
I have a copyright to that statement that you just made a while ago, sir. Because we are talking about slaves, days of slavery, how the white man them wicked. But right now you never kill as much slaves in those days, sir.
No, I've been saying it.
No, man.
We have wisdom class here every Monday morning, at St. James. When you're on the morning shift.
Wisdom class. Wisdom class?
Yes. I have 4 churches who send persons to help. They are the main teachers in the morning.
Oh, you have been suggesting that every school now should have a pastor assigned to the school because when I was young on the church was it?
I'm chaplain, Reverend Dr. David Thomas.
Oh, okay.
He gets here before me. I'm trying to get here before him on a Monday morning. He does the first Monday in the month. Another church does where I worship does the second Monday. The third Monday is done by the Custos' church, Reverend Pitkin.
Oh, hold on. Monday. Let me tell you a bit about Reverend Pitkin. You know that his relative got her degree at the age of 96? Violet Edwards. Yes.
Yes, he's a past chairman, of the school.
Oh, so why is that the chairman? Because he's a good man, You're first because I'm going to put you into trouble. You're not the minister.
But he got promotion after he came on board to serve. Because the matter here said towards better living. So I always say it, and he knows. Yeah. After he came here and served on the board, after Dr. Simon Clark, he was recommended by Doc to be the chairman, and then he got chairman.
So Simon Clark was the chair also. But all these people are people I know. Oh, that was a very decent gentleman.
And then here, Reverend Bishop Pitkin is now the Custos.
Yes, he's now the Custos, I know.
All those promotions came after he was serving here.
So it seems to me you have lost all those persons and a new world order. Probably is a new world order.
No, we had a most outstanding chairman recently. Reverend Pitkin recommended him. Reverend Alton Tellwell, he's vice chair, he's vice president in Margarita Caribbean Limited. He was two pastors, two churches in the New Testament circuit in Hanover. He lectured for University of the West Indies. And I tell you, the school was soaring under his chairmanship. And
yes, because you know that churches believe in a type of socialization. That they, not just preaching the religion, you know, they believe it's a philosophy of all the churches. And I have benefited from that also. For example, I'm sure if you had a minister there and he disagreed with what you were doing, then he would be a minister at all, you know.
But we don't necessarily always agree. In social studies, when I went to church teachers college, my dear lecturer, he always said we have to agree to disagree.
To disagree, agreeably.
Yeah. Mrs. Mavis Forrester. Yes, but
I'm putting it to the public.
He would put his money where his mouth is, yes. And he loved his school.
I'm putting it to the public that because it started out with kissing girls, that it has morphed into something else. And some persons are now seeing it as if you're targeting persons with a particular preference. I spoke to you before, and you said to me you are aware of students who have a particular preference. They keep it quiet and they go through no problem. Is that so, right?
But I have to protect our students here because it's in protecting these girls.
Yes.
It couldn't be about kissing when kissing. As I said, kissing are from last year, 2023. This was not about what they were doing with the girls, and they were coming down very heavily on the new girl.
So here what though? You are trying to protect the new girl who, and by the way, people tell me about
no, I'm more so our original girl. Yeah. Because the students and the recently there was an incident at a neighboring high school and a man was arrested. It was in the media and all those things.
Yeah.
And then the student, a 14-year-old boy, he went back to school. And I understand that they almost jeer him to death. I got a call from the principal saying, Willie, you have to help me because they said certain person said the boy can't come back to the school.
Oh, so you guys though have a bureaucratic system. You have to go to board. I'm quite aware that some of these boards do not meet on a regular basis. So if you have a disciplinary issue, you have to wait till probably 2-3 months before the board meet. So I gather that what a number of
principals... This case wasn't a disciplinary issue, like this one. You're not disciplined. You want to have calm and peace in the school.
So hold on. So how the message is being given out that you expel these girls and that was a disciplinary action taken. It was harsh. You had no sympathy.
What would you be disciplining them for?
You're testing my intelligence, Mr. Principal. You're testing my intelligence. What you're saying to me, what would you be disciplining them for? Lord of mercy, you just embarrass the whole nation now, Mr. Principal.
No, but they are coming. Students come with this thing now. They are down on these students, like what they did to the boy around. I don't want to call the name of the school. Only the school name can be called publicly in anything, The school will well know it. And the matter is before the court. And I got a call. The only reason why I didn't take the boy is because of what these students had been saying to me, especially since March. I remember I was looking for a boy here who I took in here and the same giving problem. The dean of discipline reported to me that he's not going to any class and this and that. And when I asked some students for him down by auto mechanic, one boy said to me, "Sir, you know, say a worst boy that you take in high school." Oh. I was troubled. I couldn't say another word to the boy because they always said that. So I took a stance now that I'm not taking in anymore. Right now, coming up.
I'm going to go for the break. You're not running a reform to the school there. I'm going to go for the break. You're not running a reform to the school, and the government will need to find places and schools to put these troubled youngsters. We have guidance counselors where they can be under proper training. And I believe that when kids don't grow up and pretty good and they do certain things, the parents ought to be fine. And when I say parents, I mean mother and father. Any day you start to find those parents are probably getting some punishment. I guarantee you that you will have less. We're going to go for the break. When we come back, I want to give the nation some advice as to where we need to go. Talking to Mr. Joseph Williams, principal of St. James High. Welcome back. You're listening to Spot On with Vernon Darby coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica, where we say, Jamaica, we little, but we tell. And of course, we have on the program Mr. Joseph Williams, the principal of the St. James High. We'll have about 3-4 minutes. And by the way, we're going to be having you as a special guest because I think I've heard all about you. I've heard from very reputable people. And I think you have enough experience where you need to become a commentator on radio, and I'll be having you every now and again giving advice to other principals. So you have about 3 minutes to preach to us the word. You like the way I treat you. So
Yes.
I say I'll give you, and I'm not charging you. I'm giving you 3 minutes to preach the word to other principals how to do it. But I'll be having you back every now and again because I think you have a lot to tell this nation.
Um, it's a special calling,
Yes.
and you have to care because you can't be like in some entities where some other persons work. They are for popularity and so forth and so on, and to earn money. This is very crucial because the homes are not able to do it. Everybody is gone to work, and the children are left at home. Even recently we have an external exam. A student was late. He came 10:30 for exam, which started 9 o'clock. So all his efforts are wasted because he couldn't be allowed to do the external exam. So all his SBA and whatever other work was done, that is zero. He cannot pass the exam. And to know that he was at home, and I guess maybe a parent or guardian was there. So we have to teach the students to be responsible. That is very key. You have to help them, and especially when it comes to the many who have no father for many. You have to be the father.
Right.
And then what you find now is that men have come under tremendous pressure.
I have to
and
go
some
now,
of
though.
what they do is back off,
Mm-hmm.
back off. But we must stand steadfast and don't watch the noise.
Don't
Just
bow.
try.
Don't watch
If
the
we
noise.
can help somebody,
Have to go now, though. So
if we
thank
can
you.
help.
Yeah, thank you very
Okay.
much, Mr.
All right.
Joseph
Thank
Williams.
you. You're
And if you
welcome.
continue to do
Yeah.
good,
Good.
you can rest assured they are going to have
Yeah.
my support and the support of good Jamaicans who mean their country well. And of course, that's Mr. Joseph
Thank you.
Williams.